Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the shack. So in today's episode, we're going to be doing some maintenance in and around the spider room. We're going to be checking to make sure everyone's got water. We'll be doing some feedings and just a general spot clean. Just checking that everyone's okay. So as you've probably worked out from the title, it is an all-female special. It was International Women's Day earlier on this week. By the time this video comes out, it was probably last week. And if I've been super lazy, it could even be the week before. But at the point that I filmed this video, it was International Women's Week, so I thought let's do a ladies' night all-female special. If it is your first time here, guys, then please do consider subscribing. I've also got an Instagram account where I upload regular photos. And if you haven't already, then please do go over and check that out. I almost forgot, so before we get into today's video, I've had some mail. And we have got, I don't know if you can see that, Fatal Fangs Free Tournament contestant stickers. We've also got Pet Rock and Roll sticker, and we've got a note from Amy. To Josh, thank you so much for being a contestant within the Fatal Fangs Free Tournament. And congratulations on winning the merch from my birthday giveaway live stream. Okay, so that's in there. Good luck in the tournament and may the best fangs win. Kushti. Pet Rock and Roll lanyard and armband. So that was the merch that I won in the birthday giveaway. So thank you for that, Amy. So Fatal Fangs. If you don't know what Fatal Fangs is, and it is a tournament among the YouTube community where they battle it out head to head to see who's got the best feeding clips. Now the Fatal Fangs tournament is the third instalment of Fatal Fangs. The first two were hosted by Sam Carver at Bug Realms, and Fatal Fangs 3 is being hosted by Amy at Pet Rock and Roll. I'll leave links in the description below. So it's the first time that Arachnoshack is entering Fatal Fangs, so super excited, can't wait for it to all get going. So what I've done, I've put together a little B-roll, some footage that I've built up over time of all the females that I keep here in the shack. I'm going to run you the B-roll. I'm going to run you the B-roll because a couple of my ladies do not come out very often. I don't get to see them, so I'm just preempting the fact that you're probably not going to get to see them today. So I've put together a little B-roll footage compilation of all the females that I've got within my collection. So I'm going to play the B-roll and then we will get into the maintenance, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Okay guys, so let's get on with this maintenance. So what I'm probably going to do is just have a quick look at what they're all up to, because some of these will decide to run away as soon as I touch the enclosure. So let's see if we can catch a glimpse of everyone. So who we've got here? Nugget. Now Nugget is my Brachypelma albiceps. She is absolutely gorgeous. I think I bought her from Spiders World EU. I've probably had her for about a year. I think she was about 4 centimeters when I originally purchased her. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. I just love the velvety black colorations with the red satay on the abdomen, and obviously the yellow golden carapace. So yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's been in this tank since I got her. There was a live plant in there, but I decided to let it dry out. But yeah, she seems to be doing really well. So yeah, she's going to need her water bowl filling up. We'll probably try and feed her as well, because she's not been fed for about a week now. So who else can we have a look at? So we've got Anastasia. Now Anastasia is my green bottle blue, Chromatopelma cyanopubescens. I also got her from Spiders World EU. I've probably had her for about a year also. So she's a young female, and she's also been in this tank since I got her. But yeah, she looks like she needs her water changing. Now I don't actually change her water, or sorry, top her water up that often, because these guys don't actually like a lot of moisture, and they get the majority of their moisture from their food. But I absolutely love this enclosure. You can see the webbing that she's laid down in here. It's just amazing. Put this bonsai tree in when I first built the enclosure. It lasted pretty well. I was very sparing with the water that I gave it, obviously, because these guys don't like a lot of moisture. But after a while I decided to let it dry out because she webbed over, and it wasn't getting as much light, and it started to look a little bit sad for itself, so I decided to let it dry out, and I'm glad I did, because now it looks really sort of eerie and spooky with all the webbing. She's got a couple of tunnels either side, and yeah, she spends most of her time sat up on top where she is now. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. Spends most of her time just sat there. So we probably won't feed her, but I will get her down and give her some water. So who else can we have a look at? Okay, so one of two. So we've got Scruff and Fluff. So these are my Tildacado apollosus. I think it's apollosus. I think it changed recently to T. apollosus. I'm not 100% sure though, so yeah, apollosum or apollosus. So yeah, Scruff has been in here for a while. Now this tank was originally a naturalistic stroke bioactive enclosure that I built. You can see the drainage layer in the bottom there, and there is a live plant in the back, and I originally built this for another specimen, but I can't remember now why I didn't put them in here. So the idea was to put Scruff in here temporarily, and she started to build. I don't know if you can see. Oh look, she's there. She's dug right down behind the cork bark, and yeah, she seems really happy in there. So obviously I've not added any water to this enclosure since I put her in there. Obviously, again, they don't like a lot of moisture. So yeah,
She doesn't really come out much. I hardly ever see her. And then Fluff sits out on top, and then as soon as I move the enclosure, runs down into this little burrow that she's got there. But we'll have a better look at her when I get her out to feed her, because I don't think she's fed for a while, this one. So who else have we got? So we've got the Duchess. She's absolutely gorgeous. This is my Brachypelma bayame, Mexican fire leg. She's a funny old thing, this one. She's a little bit skittish. She loves to flick hairs, but she's a very, very good eater. She's very fat at the moment, so I've actually stopped feeding her for a while. I think she's coming up for pre-molt, but she's very, very plump, so I've slowed the feeding right down, and I'm hoping that she will give us a molt soon. But we'll get her down, we'll check her water, but we won't be feeding her today. So Mango. Now Mango is my Davis pentaloris. She's absolutely beautiful, but she's a funny little thing. So Mango, I think 99.99% of the time when I put food in there, she will show interest and she won't eat in front of me. So I'll put the food in, I'll put the lid back on, I'll put her back on the shelf, and by the time I get through feeding a couple of other tarantulas, I look back in there and she's happily feeding away. But yeah, she will not feed in front of me, which is a little bit strange, but she's quite skittish, but I think that's normal for the pentaloris. But no, I absolutely adore Mango. She's my baby. We'll get her out and have a look at her, but she's quite plump, so we probably won't be feeding her today. I might try on something small, but we'll check her water. So that's all of the females. Oh no, actually it's not. So we've got a T. Vargans in here, but as you can see, where's the name label? I've not actually named my T. Vargans. So it might be fun if you guys can drop some names in the comments of any ideas of what you would like me to call my T. Vargans. Any ideas, just drop them below, guys. Okay, so coming over here, we have got Olive. Now Olive is my Neo Holophylle Incy. Standard colour form, regular colour form, and you can just see a couple of little feet in there. But when I said earlier that we'll have a look before getting them down for their maintenance, this is a prime example. As soon as I touch this cage, she will disappear along there and into her burrow, and we won't see her. So I thought we'd just nip through and have a quick look before I start disturbing them all. So yeah, Olive, again, she's beautiful. She's probably a few molts away from being fully grown, but they are a dwarf species, so they don't get that big. So no, that's Olive. So who else have we got? Zebedee. This is my Arachnoshack samani, and she is, yeah, she's a bitch basically. She's got a real bad attitude, and from what I've seen online, people's Arachnoshack samanis are quite sedate. I've seen people holding their specimens, but this one is a little cow. She gives me threat postures, she gives me all the grief, but I love her all the same. She's gorgeous, but we will get her down. We'll do her water, because I think she needs some water, and we'll see if she wants to eat some food as well. So yeah, Zebedee, my Arachnoshack samani, beautiful. Okay, so what else have we got here? Cool, my arm's getting a little bit sore now, guys. So we've got Angel, my Angel of Darkness. Now this is, let's open it up and have a look, see if we can get a better look. Put a she's just in there. You can see her leg. So this is my Pantherbetus mashala, and she really is a bitch, this one. Fascinating spiders to keep. I definitely need to add some more Pantherbetus to my collection. She has got a real good personality, feisty, but yeah, she's a right character. Very stubborn. So yeah, you can't really see her perfectly, but there's some legs creeping out of her hole there. So we'll get her down and we'll see if we can get her fed. And we'll sort some water out. Okay, so who else have we got? Oh, now this is a rare trait. So we've got Cuddles, or Cyriopagopus lividus, or Cyriopagopus. Oh yeah, cobalt blue, green form, and she's actually, for once, showing herself. This is a very, very rare trait because she never comes out. I can't really get her because it's a little bit dark, but you can see some legs there. But I will very gently take her tank down and see if we can get away with not disturbing her too much. As soon as I touch the cage, she disappears down into her burrow. She probably won't come out for the rest of the day, so I'm actually quite surprised to see her out and about. As I said, it's a bit of a rare treat. And who have we got over here? Who have we got over here? So this is Pig, and Pig is my Lasiodora parahybana, juvenile. I've had Pig for probably about 6-8 months now, I'd say. She's molted a couple of times since I've had her. They're quite fast growing, so I wanted to put her in a bigger enclosure, so I didn't have to rehouse her quite as much, but yeah, she's very happy in there. It's a Bioactive. We've got a little drainage layer on the go. They do like it a little bit moist, damp, so yeah, she's beautiful. But again, normally when I move the cage, she'll run into her cork bark and she's nowhere to be seen. So that's Pig. And then up here we've got Jura, named after one of my favourite whiskies. Now Jura is a Brachypelma emilia. So she looks like she needs some water, and we'll see if she'll feed as well. So let's set the camera up on the tripod and we'll start getting them down and getting them seen to. So this is Pig, my Lasiodora parahybana. She's actually got a Bioactive enclosure here, so I'm going to fill it up with some water, put a little bit more water into the drainage layer that she is hiding underneath her cork bark in there. I will try and tempt her out. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be coming out.
A few moments later.
There she is. You can just see the tip of her foot. We might even get a takedown. Her foot is on top of the roach.
2,000 years later.
Yes. She got it. we should take another one. See if we can tease her out with something else. Yeah, she took that one as well. She doesn't seem to be coming out for them. Come on, pig. So that's 2 roaches that she's had. Nah, looks like she's going back in. So what I will do is I will top up her water bowl. I'm also going to pour quite a bit of water. Well, I say quite a bit. I'm going to pour some water down one edge of the tank so it leaks through to the drainage layer, and then we'll slowly evaporate up. I'll probably do that once every fortnight, sort of top up the drainage layer, and as and when the substrate starts to dry out or the plants need water, and it sort of works its way up from the drainage layer back into the substrate. So yeah, that's Pig. Okay guys, this is Nugget, and this is my Brachypelma albiceps. Again, absolutely stunning spider, and they don't come much more black and velvety than that, with an incredible red setae on the abdomen, and then obviously the gold and yellow carapace to finish it off is just an amazing combination. Nugget again is a young female, absolutely beautiful. Let's get a roach and see if we can tempt her, and then I'll do a water and get her back on the shelf. Nice, very nice. Ripped her leg off. I thought she would eat. She molted probably 2-3 weeks ago. She has had a feed since she's molted, so that's her second feed. So her taking it like that did not surprise me in the slightest. Again, these are brilliant beginner species. Nugget's really chilled. I've held her a few times. She's quite inquisitive. Sometimes if I'm filming her and I've got the lid open, she'll often walk up and try walking out of the enclosure. I think she's going to try and find her burrow. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's looking quite plump though, so I'll probably slow her feeding down. Oh dear, sorry guys, this cold is getting to me. So yeah, it's Nugget. Let's get the next one down. So this is Cuddles, my Cereopagopus lividus, and this is pretty much all I ever get to see of her. She is literally a living, breathing jar of dirt. She's got her burrow here. It's the entrance. It leads all the way down, and then she's excavated all the way along. And yeah, she's as happy as a pig in shit, really. She just never comes out. So yeah, I've literally just got a jar of dirt, but her water looks good. I'm not going to feed her today. She fed recently. Yeah, it's such a shame because she's absolutely gorgeous, and she's actually the emerald colour form, or green femur. I'm not sure exactly what the common name is, but yeah, she's the green form. Absolutely stunning. I think I included some photos of her in the B-roll that I played you earlier on in this video. So yeah, nothing really to do with Cuddles, but it's just a shame because she is so gorgeous. I'll never get to see her. So yeah, Cereopagopus lividus. So here we have Zebedee. This is my Phonopelma samani. very gentle with this lid because I don't want to disturb her too much. But again, she, for an Asamani, is a bit of a handful. I've had many a fret postures from her. She's very, very stubborn. From what I've seen online and from other people that have got a fond of Palma Samanis, they're quite docile, they're handleable. But yeah, she's a cow. There's no way I'm putting my hand in there. So she gives me all the fret postures. We will try and feed her. Her water looks pretty good, but I'll give it a bit of a top up. But yeah, she did have her live plant here, but she decided to destroy it. You can actually see she's pulled the leaves off, and she's absolutely destroyed it. Again, she's a bit of a cow, so let's get a roach for her. Stuck to my tweezers. That was quite gentle. She is gorgeous. A little bit of fang action there. So I think they're commonly known as the zebra leg or zebra knee. You can tell why, obviously, with this discoloration that they've got. But this is an adult female. I don't think she's got any more molts in her. I think she is fully grown. I can't think the last time she molted. It's a shame really, because I was hoping if she molted again her temperament might change. A little bit of a happy dance there, which is good. That's what I like to see, a happy tarantula. So yeah, that is Zebedee, my Asamani. So in here we have Olive. Again, I think Olive is going to be a no-show. This is my Neo Holopheliense, and she has got a tunnel down here, and this tree here is hollow, so she's sort of gone in there and built her web tunnels out. She's got a water dish in here somewhere that she's buried, which needs filling up, but she's nowhere to be seen. So I'm probably just going to fill her water bowl up and leave her as is. Again, this is one that as soon as you touch the cage, she disappears off, nowhere to be seen. I do catch her out quite a lot at night. She's absolutely stunning. Dwarf species, so I don't get that big. But no, she's I would say they're a beginner species. Again, a little bit skittish. Pretty well tempered. Pretty good temperament. I've had a fret posture off mine once, I believe, but they will normally just run back to their burrow. So yeah, I would say they're a pretty good beginner species, like beginner dwarf species. This one is the original colour form. I have got a sling that is the gold colour form. I think I've got it for a freebie. The gold colour form sling. So yeah, we're going to put her back. So this little beauty is Dura, my Brachypelma Amelia. Now I said earlier that I'm a sucker for Brachypelmas, but Amelia is probably one of my favourite. I just love the black V on the carapace and the black and orange banding on the legs. They are truly, truly stunning. I think some people sort of dismiss Brachypelmas as boring. I absolutely love them. So yeah, Dura is a very young female. I've also got a young male, Brachypelma Amelia. Let's see if she wants something to eat. Yeah, good girl, she wants it. She's pretty good eater, to be fair. I know brackies can be a little bit touch and go with their feeding, but she's always it.
Yeah, she's a good eater. She may even be featured in an up and coming feeding tournament on YouTube in the near future. What is that called again? For the life of me, I cannot think what it is. Massive tournament, loads of people feeding their tarantulas and battling it off head to head. Nah, can't think of it. So yeah, she clearly needs some water. So we'll top that up and then we'll get her back on the shelf. But again, brilliant beginner species. I absolutely love Brachypelmas. She's gorgeous. So yeah, that's Dura. And actually named her after my favourite bottle of whiskey. But also because she's black and orange. So I thought Duracell battery, Dura whiskey, and yeah, that's where the name come from, as silly as it sounds. Dura, Brachypelma amelia. So this is my young female T. Vargans. As I said earlier, I've not actually named her yet, so if you guys want to leave some suggestions in the comments, I'll pick out my favourite and we'll give her a name. So she is currently hiding under there. If I zoom in, you can see her butt. Let's see if we can tempt her out of a nice juicy roach. And if not, we'll sort of walk her out and get her back on the shelf. Oh, I dropped the roach. Oh, sorry guys, I dropped it, it ran in there and she's had it. Oh well. We'll top her water up, she's got a little bit in there. Get one last look at that booty. T. Vargans. So in here we have my Tilter cattle Apellosus. I think it recently changed to Apellosus. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll go with Apellosus. So this is an ex-Brachypelma. Again, really good beginner species. Now Fluff, I've actually got two, so Fluff in here is quite chilled, but Scruff, she's a bit of a bitch. But yeah, as I say, Fluff's pretty chilled, but we'll try and feed her, try and tempt her out. She's got a little two-way burrow. Let's zoom in. Sorry guys, I've got a bit of a cold. Sorry about the sniffing. So yeah, she's got one entrance there and one entrance there. I think she's facing this way, so let's see if we can tempt her out. Let's find a roach. He's probably not going to go for it. Don't you want it? I don't think she's interested, guys. That is one lucky roach. Okay, just give her some water. Can't see any boluses or anything we can take out. It's quite clean, so that's Fluff sorted. Okay, so who do we have here? This is the Duchess, my Mexican fire leg, Brachypelma baumei. She's very, very plump, so we won't be feeding her today. But we'll top her water up and have a little spot clean.
So yeah, she's gorgeous. I've had her for about a year now. I'm a bit of a sucker for a Brachypelma. I just love the orange and the black contrast. The docile temperament. They're just so chill. So yeah, she needs some water. So it looks like she's kicked loads of crap in it. Get a little clean out. You're not getting... Oh, she's flicking hairs at me. That's typical of this species. Some water for her. I'm just going to have a little look, see if I can see any old boluses. That all looks pretty good. Looks clean. Yep, okay, alright. Yeah, she's definitely in pre-molt. She's starting to darken up nicely on the abdomen, which is probably a good thing because she's so fat. I've stopped feeding her for the moment, but if I'm honest, she probably wouldn't feed anyway. Just getting on that abdomen. Yeah, look, she's really darkening up. So hopefully she will be getting a nice new coat soon, which will be good. So yeah, the Duchess, my Mexican fire leg. Okay, so here we have Mango, my Davus Pentaloris. I'll be very gentle with this leg because she's a bit twitchy. But look at her. Just sort this focus out. Isn't she gorgeous? She is absolutely stunning. I think she's approaching pre-molt as well. She looks like she's darkening up. She's quite plump as well, so I probably won't try and feed her. She can be a bit funny, this one, so whenever I try and feed her, she shows interest. She looks like she's going to take the food down, but then she won't, and I'll sort of put her back on the shelf and carry on feeding, and then next time I check her, she's either eaten her food or halfway through eating it. But no, she is absolutely beautiful. So I've got her in the same container as what I keep the Duchess and a few of my other sort of young females. Just a basic setup. I'm going to sort her water dish out, but yeah, we won't be feeding her today. It's alright, darling. I'm going to stress you out. I'm just doing your water. But I would say that these are good for a first tarantula or a beginner tarantula. The only thing I would say is they are skittish and can move quite fast. But if you're okay with that, then these guys make a perfect first or second tarantula or beginner tarantula. Mine's out all the time. She's beautiful to look at. I mean, look at that coloration on the abdomen. Let's get one more look at her. Look at that. She is stunning. D. Pentaloris, Mango. She's my baby. So down in here we have Anastasia, my green bottle blue. So let's see if we can tempt her out.
Doesn't look like she's up for the food. We'll put it back. Took a bit of webbing.